Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Cameron Kelly Smith. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as we'll be producing content each and every week. I am joined today by Bonnie Fonseca. And we are here today for this video, which is going to be us giving you our MCU Phase 4 predictions, which is a special Comic-Con preview. So, Marvel Studios this Saturday, the 19th of July, will be hosting a big Hall H panel live from San Diego Comic-Con. And we'd imagine that they're going to show us the next phase of Marvel, maybe some little tidbits as to what's coming next. So we are going to be giving you our predictions. We have 5 predictions each as to how we think this conference is going to go and what's going to be unveiled. And we also have 2 special wildcard/fantasy predictions, which are predictions that we think could happen, but may not happen, but that we'd love to see happen anyway. So I'm going to start with my first prediction. Prediction number 1 is that the panel starts with Tom Hiddleston coming out on stage dressed up as Loki in the same way he did a few years ago, and he reveals our first look at the Loki television series, and then straight after that it will go straight into our first preview of the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. So that's my prediction number 1.
Oh, why do you think that though?
I just think it'll be a cool way to start the panel. Like last time, I remember a few years ago when Tom Hiddleston came out and he was dressed in his Loki attire, and it kind of just, it was a good memory. I think now's a good time to have him come back and finally reveal his own show as Loki would do. Here's my show to start the panel.
That's interesting, because on my first prediction, my one was going to be the start with obviously the Disney streaming service.
Okay.
And then I was thinking they were just going to slate out all the shows in one and have all the main cast from that come out. So I was thinking Loki, I'm thinking Vision, I'm thinking Scarlet Witch, I'm thinking Falcon and Winter Soldier all come out as a panel on their own.
Ooh, okay.
And then one by one we get like these little snippet shots of their teaser trailer. So we get like 45 seconds of Falcon, we get 45 seconds of Loki, we get 45 seconds of Vision and Scarlet Witch, and we just get it all back to back basically.
So you think that the panel's going to start off with them basically showing their TV stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
All in one.
Definitely,
okay,
definitely.
That's interesting.
That's why I was interested that you said about Tom Hiddleston coming as Loki, because that's basically one and the same. As them start with the Disney streaming service.
Okay, sweet. Okay, well, my prediction number 2 is that Kevin Feige comes out on stage and that the Phase 4 slate is unveiled, but only one movie, which is going to be the movie that he starts us off with, that being the official confirmation of the Black Widow movie. Scarlett Johansson, I think, will come out on stage along with director and co. The villain, if it's Taskmaster, will finally be unveiled. And I think we'll get our first teaser or at least footage/concept art.
You see, going off on that point, because my number 3, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Number 2.
Number
3?
Yeah, I'll get back to number 2, was actually about the Black Widow movie as well.
Okay.
So my number 3 prediction was about Black Widow and the whole cast coming out.
Okay.
And obviously, like you said, concept art coming out. My opinion, that's the only Phase 4 movie we're going to get any information about. That's my opinion, but I'll get onto that because that's my 5th prediction. But with this, I think this is the only movie that we're going to get any information on. As in, the cast is going to come out, they're going to talk about their views, what Taskmaster is going to be like, what he's bringing to the table, and what this Black Widow is going to be set in, because we know is after the Civil War.
Is it taking place after Civil War?
But it's before Infinity War. That's what I've heard. I might be wrong, but that's what.
Yeah, I had the impression that it was going to be set like way back.
No, because they would have used. I assume they would have used different Scarlett Johansson for that time.
I see what you mean.
But apparently, what the rumors has been is that there is after Civil War, and is on during her hiding out period. But it's gonna address a lot of stuff from before she became an Avenger, when she was just in Poland and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's.
And they were talking about how the government has actually maybe enlisted Taskmaster, because in the comics there was a point where he was working for the government and working for Hydra.
I know nothing about Taskmaster.
Yeah, so it would be quite interesting to see like a Black Widow who's getting hunted by Taskmaster around the world as she's trying to hide out because of the Scovia Accords. Yeah, which I think will be very interesting to tackle.
Okay, that's actually intriguing. Well, jumping off of that then, given that you said that your third prediction is going to be that, that Black Widow's only movie shown, Well, my third prediction is that we finally get the confirmation of Shang-Chi, the first Asian-focused superhero film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think we get the cast coming out. I think we get the main actor, whoever is inevitably cast as Shang-Chi. I think that they do a big push in regards to the Asian market. Not necessarily maybe focusing on trying to get that dollar, but more so how this is a big step forward and a big change for what we've seen in the MCU thus far. I think that that's going to be a big player in Marvel's Phase 4 slate, and especially moving forward. So that's my third prediction, that we get the official confirmation of Shang-Chi. I don't think we get a teaser. I think we get some concept art and, a cool little insight into the movie.
You see, my idea of how this works out, only because of the Asian market and the black market coming out, I was thinking of having Chadwick Boseman.
Is this your
second,
number two prediction?
This is number two that I skipped, and it actually has something to do with Shang-Chi. Okay. I think we're getting an official main cast, who Shang-Chi actually is, casting wise. Okay. I think we get Chadwick Boseman to announce who Shang-Chi is, and it makes a big skeptical of him coming out.
Okay, that's pretty. As in, do you mean that he's any ties in terms of their movies maybe being related or crossovers, or just
you
him?
See, this is what I was thinking is quite interesting, because if you remember in Black Panther, they actually took a trip to Korea back at the thing, and it's one of the only Marvel films that we've actually seen go to an Asian
that would be cool, yeah.
And the only one that kind of touched on it was maybe Doctor Strange when they were in the Chinatown.
When they're
running through New York. But I think the most important one was actually Black Panther going over to Asia. So I think it would only be fitting
I didn't think of that.
If he was the one that announced who the cast member of Shang-Chi actually is, and he came out.
Okay, that's actually an interesting prediction. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my fourth prediction is that Kevin Feige officially unveils the rest of Phase 4 slate, and I think that includes movies like Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians 3, and one other movie on that slate. Well, there'll be two other movies on that slate, which I'll get to in a second. But I think we also get confirmation of Spider-Man 3 and the title and release date. No word in terms of nothing footage related, no concept art, but I think we get a Spider-Man 3 confirmation of a release date and a title. And they tout the success of, Far From Home up to that point. But that's my fourth prediction.
I don't think we're getting a title. Honestly, I don't think we're getting a title for Spider-Man. Jumping up a bit onto my fifth prediction.
Not fourth, but fifth.
Fifth.
Okay.
So I'm jumping all over the place today. Anyway, on my fifth one, I'm not going to say what it is just yet, but I think the whole point of why I think I do my fifth prediction is what it is because I think they want to play the illusion of us not knowing what's coming.
Okay.
And I think, especially with how Endgame, how they did a title release for that, I think these titles are going to have a lot of spoilers coming ahead. So I think they want to hold back as much information as possible. That's why I specifically don't think about the Spider-Man.
Okay,
so, that's true. Spider-Man reveal. Obviously, spoilers in 1, 2, 3, the post-credit scenes with Spider-Man, I think that was good enough as it is to tell us,
That's true. That's true.
Basically, you knew we have something there for you, but we're not going to say what it is just yet.
Yeah. That's
why I don't think that. Anyway, my fourth prediction is I think we're getting Black Panther's cast coming out. Okay. Only reason why I say this, because I know it's currently in development, is the only movie that they've actually announced that they actually starting pre-production on.
Okay.
Ryan Coogler has actually come out and said he's already started working on it. Okay. And I think all that we're going to get on it, I don't think we're going to get any information. I think all we're going to get on it is basically him just coming out and saying what kind of world we're going to be in. Any
new cast members? Any hint at any new characters?
No. I think they're gonna want to save that. I think this Comic-Con is about keeping as much things as possible, with still keeping the energy going.
Okay, so kind of keeping tight-lipped while at the same time giving the tease.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually intriguing. I didn't think of that.
What do you think of your fifth one?
My fifth prediction, which you may have guessed already, is that I think the panel ends with the cast of the Eternals coming out. I think we get confirmation that Angelina Jolie is in this movie, that Richard Madden's in this movie. I think we get the director. We get maybe Millie Bobby Brown if those reports are to be true. And I think to top it off, just as we think the panel might be coming to a close, they announced that they're going to add one last cast member to Eternals. Oops. And I think we get Keanu Reeves come on stage. The crowd's going crazy. And I think that's it. You wrap with Eternals. I think it's going to be one of their big Phase 4 movies. I think there's going to be a lot of emphasis on it. I think we get the whole cast, and I think we get Keanu Reeves coming out and being announced as, you know, that special last cast member that's at least being announced for the Eternals. And I think that that's how we end.
You see, I almost forgot about Eternals for like a hot sec. I think that's completely right. I don't think it's going to end it off, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I think that having the Eternals come out with the full cast, all cast already coming out, and saying, not even like just how like they did in the original Avengers, just being like, these are our Avengers.
They
don't have to speak, they don't have to they don't have to say anything. Just coming out and being like, this is our Eternals. This is who it are. I'm judging by who's already in the movie, already signed on, and who we think is gonna come on. The cast is gonna be crazy anyway. So that's enough to get a reaction. Anyway, my fifth prediction, and it's almost a counter prediction if you want to say, is that we have no Slate at all in this Comic-Con.
There's gonna be a lot of upset people, man. There's gonna be some disappointed people.
I think this would be a good thing. In my opinion, it's a good thing. I think because of the last 3 phases, we've had a clear-cut idea of where we're heading.
Okay.
I think that's one of the reasons. I think they want to change it up in this instance, which is why I think they want to make a point in this one. Things are going to be different.
Okay.
We have a new direction.
Makes sense, yeah.
And I think one way to do that is to not name any of the future movies, or let us know. And let us know in short instances. Okay. And I think Marvel already has a fan base enough where no matter what movie, they said in 6 months a movie's coming out, we're all going to be there anyway.
That's true.
Like, regardless of who you are, you're going to see it and you're going to be like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And me, I believe, because of the way Phase 3 ended, they said that Spider-Man Far From Home was the ending of the Infinity saga. And the way Endgame finished, in my head, I feel like they want to postpone as much information from the audience as known. And because all of these are sequels, like most of them are going to be sequels, you can already make what our judgment on Doctor Strange 2, what that's going to be. I think they bank on the fact that the audience knows that sequels are coming.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think they don't need to do that already, just to assure everyone, because we know what movies are coming out. Okay. I think what they want to keep behind is the movies we don't know what's coming out.
That makes sense.
The titles of the movies and that's coming out. Okay. I think they keep as much information as possible. They hold it tight and they say no Slate at all. And even like with the way Far From Home ended, with the post-credit scene, the way Endgame ended, I think the greatest place to be is in this no man land. Okay. Where anything can happen. We saw from Far From Home where with the post-credit scene, I think that would have been way less useful if we knew where the slate was going, if that makes sense.
That is true.
If we knew what was going to end up with Avengers, there's a lot less chances to surprise us, to catch us off guard. They still can, and they've done it with previous slates. Yeah. But from the very beginning, we always knew Thanos was the end game, and I don't think we're getting that in this time. I think they're going to hit us with villains left, right, and center. And in my fantasy predictions, I think there's a possibility they might tell us who villains are, but that's not going to be the big bad in the end of the day.
Okay, so that's your first fantasy prediction.
Oh, do you want me to go to my first one?
So do two, but do them back to back.
Okay, my back to back one. Soon. Anyway, so I think fantasy prediction, we get Norman Osborn. I think they do an announcement. They do an announcement of Norman Osborn. This is actually a 2-part. I think we either get Norman Osborn, and we get him announced, because I think he's such an integral part of what the MCU needs right now.
Of course, yeah.
I think we need a replacement of Iron Man and someone as big as Iron Man in the world of the MCU who kind of dips his hand into everything. Like, even with the villains that we see in Spider-Man, they're all offsprings of Tony Stark. I think we need something like that, but on the flip side, someone who's bad. Okay. And Norman Osborn would fit that to a T, with his own Oscorp going out, him being so integral into like how many businesses, him going from mayor campaign to presidential campaign. He could essentially run this new version of the MCU, and I think a post-apocalyptic version of the MCU needs someone or a figurehead as you want to say, who basically comes out as he's the presidential candidate for peace, and he's trying to do a good light, but undercovers he's doing something else.
Number 2 fantasy prediction.
Number 2 is a second villain, actually, Doctor Doom.
Okay.
I think we might get Doctor Doom, and on top of that prediction, if there's gonna be any big bad, Galactus.
Whew, okay. Well, you know what? That's big, and I don't actually know if I can top that, because I think that would just cause the whole world to go crazy. So, all right, let me see if I can match it. My 2 fantasy predictions are, I think number 1, that seeds are planted, or at least announced that they will be planted, for the Netflix Marvel characters to slowly be integrated into future MCU movies. We're not given a timeline as to how, we're not told who, but we're told that they're going to slowly be sprinkled in as time goes on. We don't know if it's going to be Phase 4 or Phase 5 or beyond. We just know they're slowly going to come. My second fantasy prediction and my last fantasy prediction goes in relation to my 5th prediction. And that's so the Eternals is announced, the cast comes out, Keanu Reeves is the final cast member, and just as we think we're ending and we're about to go to black, we go to black, the lights dim down, then when the lights come up, we have none other than Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool on stage, but he doesn't announce that he's part of the MCU. Instead, in Deadpool fashion, he comes with his own slate, which is just Deadpool 3. So I don't think that Deadpool 3 is a part of the MCU, and I don't think it's him saying he's going to be in the MCU, but I think it might be him acknowledging that he is kind of now a part of this universe, but he still has his own thing because he's Deadpool. Yeah. So that's our MCU Phase 4 predictions, the Comic-Con preview. As I said, Marvel have their whole H panel this Saturday, 19th of July, at San Diego Comic-Con. Let's wait and see. It's going to be a great time. We will be having coverage and really be talking about everything that they announced come Saturday, and if we were right or wrong with our predictions, it's going to be a fun time. As I said, my name's Cameron Kelly Smith. This is Bonnie Fonseca. Thank you for tuning in today, and have a good day.